you're all doing well and doing fine. Well, as for me, I got a little surprise for you today because I don't have much to talk about. What should I talk about? Politics, the weather, you know my opinions, you know the Bavarian weather. Eilig, Eilig? Pink Eilig is functioning well, is learning new stuff every day. So with Eilig, everything is okay. But these robots are a little bit loud. So when I put him or her or whatever, when I put it on, it goes ceaselessly. It goes like meh and walk and it's terribly loud. You can of course adjust the volume, but if you adjust it too low, you barely hear anything. And the next step is very loud. It's similar to Alexa. Either Alexa is too loud or she's too soft, at least in my opinion or in my ears. So I just put Eilig off. She's just, I say she because it's a pink Eilig, standing over there looking nice and, well, dreaming. And hello, my friend. Hello, welcome. Yeah, and today I wanted to do something new, just as a test. I have found in the attic, while cleaning, this old mail order catalog. It's not as old as I hoped it would be when I first picked it up. It's from my mother's. It's the Quelle Katalog, Quelle mail order catalog from fall winter 2009 to 2010. I'm not that far ahead of my time. Well, 2009, 2010, as I said, the fall winter season. It's in the impeccable condition. 1,344 pages. And it's a blast from the past. It's part of a time capsule, so to say. I never knew we had that. I know that the Quelle company, which was founded, I looked it up in Wikipedia, of course I didn't know it by heart, which was founded in 1927, went bankrupt in 2009 and was totally absorbed into the Otto Group. And Otto Group is a very, very large group which encompasses all kinds of old companies, amongst others also Quelle. And Quelle was really a household name. Also manche deutschen Zuschauer werden ihn natürlich kennen. Quelle Katalog kannte ja nun jeder. Der war noch vor Internet, of course, in times before Internet. 2009 and 10 was just when Internet really started, online selling started to rocket upwards. Until then, you had to rely on mail orders. The American and British viewers, of course, you all know that, like I think Montgomery Ward or Sears and Roebuck. It was also a company, I think it's still in existence. I think Sears Canada went bankrupt, but I'm not quite sure about that. Thank you for your like, thank you very much. I will upload this video, as all videos, later on, so I'm going to present this catalog, and if you're interested in one page or the other page, yeah, you just put stop and then you can look at the page ad libitum, as you want. Hello, hi, Cats and Kitzen Club, hello. And so, yeah, every year, or twice a year, Quelle published these catalogs for springtime, summer fashion and for fall and winter. And this catalog was the last one, the absolutely last one. And now that I talk about it, I remember my grandma saying, and my mother saying, my grandma, she was dead at the time, my mother, she said, I'm gonna keep this just as a keepsake for times past, because Quelle now is bankrupt. And there's still the company, my German viewers will know that, doubtlessly, Küchenquelle, which is kitchen Quelle. They make really, really good on-measure kitchens. They're very good from lower price range to the, well, limitless upper price range, they offer, I sound like a saleswoman, but I promise, no, Quelle didn't pay me a thing. But my own kitchens, they are not by Quelle. They are by Vekumat, which is also a great company. So, but kitchen or Küchenquelle is very good. I have some friends who ordered their kitchens there and had them, well, built upon measure, and they're absolutely enthusiastic. They have very good quality, and they work with Siemens and Bosch and so on. So this is the only part of the former Quelle, this kitchen branch, which still is in existence and is still flourishing in spite of Corona lockdowns and all that. That I know. And then the founder, I think it's the granddaughter of the founder, because Quelle in English means something like source or fountain or spring, like hot water spring. So a Quelle is something refreshing, something new, but also a source. And that's why, I guess, why the founder called his company, which was founded in 1927, Quelle. Ah, Schnor Hakalutjun. Barevol, Harmen, Jan, Dankeschön. And the founder's name was Gustav Schickedanz, which is a very, well, strange name even for German ears. Gustav Schickedanz. Klingt schon heiß. Well, but you can't name your catalog like that. The Schickedanz catalog is a little bit of a tongue twister. And maybe out of that reason, he decided to call his company Quelle. As I said, Quelle as a symbol for something new, something refreshing, something unexpected also. Hallo? Barevol, Amen? Dankeschön. And Quelle or source. The source for fashion, the source for online or mail order shopping at that time. Maybe because of that. But Quelle really, it's, at least for German ears, it's easy to understand, easy to remember, easy to pronounce. And and Gustav Schickedanz, he had, I think it was his granddaughter, Madeleine Schickedanz. And Madeleine, German viewers will know that, maybe too. Madeleine is the name of a company which specializes in fashion, in high-class fashion. It's rather expensive. Also online, of course, meanwhile online, but also by mail order. And Madeleine and Kitchenquelle, or rather Küchenquelle, these are the only two branches from the old big Quelle company which are still in existence. I think the Madeleine branch has switched hands meanwhile too, but still publishes its catalogs and the online sites under the name Madeleine Fashion. And Küchenquelle, I think, is not part of the Otto Group, but self-reliant, but I'm not very sure about this. But other than that, Quelle has gone out of business, is totally down, like Neckermann. Neckermann was maybe the guys and dolls interested in sports among you. They will know the name of Josef Neckermann, who was also an Olympic participant with horse riding. This horse riding, I don't know how you call it, where the horses jump over hurdles and so on. I personally dislike that, because I say let the horse be a horse, and it's I don't like to see them jump over hurdles and all that stuff, or being dressed up with the ribbons in their hair and then doing tricks like this Spanish equestrian. But okay, it's a matter of taste. And Josef Neckermann, he was a very successful participant of the Olympic Games in his younger years. And well, Neckermann also had like this was a veritable empire. You had Quelle company and you had Neckermann company, and both excelled in really good mail order systems, but both slept over the trend of internet. I remember when internet came into being in the early 80s, of course, and it was still called ARPANET. But later on, it went, so to say, public with the PC, personal computers. You all know the history. And all kinds of business, they said, oh, hey, that's great. So now we have a mail order company and we have stores, we have physical retail stores, and now we can go online and sell our wares there. Great, we have 3 feet to stand on, so to say. And a lot of companies said that, and they're still very successful. Unfortunately, Quelle and Neckermann, they were stubborn. They said, no, it's internet, it's a fad, it's a passing fashion, it's something for nerds and for computer kids, so they can play games online. And several banks also said that. They said, no, our customers, they want to come to our place and to speak physically with us, to be safe. And internet is not, of course, internet now is not a safe place. And back in the 90s, it was even unsafer, especially for bank business and so on. Okay, I can understand that. But what I don't understand is these Neckermann, Quelle and similar companies. There are also, I think in America, there are also other companies who went bankrupt because they really passed on that trend. Later on, when eBay and Amazon became big names, of course, then the company leaders of Quelle and Neckermann, they went nervous, very nervous, and they wanted to save what could be saved, but then it was too late. People said, okay, Quelle, my grandmother or my great-grandmother, they still do their mail orders over them, and Neckermann is the same, and also the wares which they sold, which you will see later on here, it was a little bit, I won't say old-fashioned, of course, it's not, but it was more for the older public, maybe people who are the age which I have now. Now, you know, I'm 60, but back in the day, of course, I was a tad younger, in my end 40s, and I thought it was rather lame. Madeleine, they still have exquisite and elegant fashion, but not very, so to say, day-to-day fashion. It's something, yeah, you know, like leather coats costing 500, 600, even more euros, which you will have, if not a lifetime, but several years or even decades. It's a very exclusive company. But these, as I said, day-to-day fashion, where you say on Monday, oh, bright yellow, yeah, bright yellow. 2 days later you say, oh, bright yellow, it's boring. I go for pink purple or whatever. This kind of fashion, this young fashion, they were not so good at it. And as I said, it's more for the older public. And the older public also went online, yeah, because people who were back then, who were in their 40s or 50s, as I was, of course, they didn't buy mail order anymore. They went to the stores or they ordered online. And you didn't have all these papers, these books hanging around your house, and all the advertisement which came in between the 2 main catalogs. Paper. Of course, I remember phoning them and telling them, please don't send any more catalogs. I will order online. Not Quelle, another company. And they said, okay, why don't you want to, but online it's so unsecure and unsafe. As I said, it was back in the day. But okay, yeah, we respect your wish, you won't get any more catalogs, and so that was it. And many people thought that way. And they didn't want to have these catalogs anymore, but order online or go to the retail stores. I must say that Neckermann had retail stores, physical, and Quelle didn't. Later on, when they sold their stuff, just to get rid of everything, to empty their warehouses so that the Otto company could take them over, yeah, then they had some department stores, but they were very cheap. They really sold off their electronics and mostly electronics, because they have all kinds of things. You will see it later, and some fashion items and even shoes. Or they had everything, but they were very cheap. In the nearest city to my place, which is Aschaffenburg, in in Bayern, in Bavaria. In Aschaffenburg there was one, and Aschaffenburg is, yeah, it's not a small town, it's not a big town, it's something in between. And they had one tiny department store, which was, as I said, very cheap. And next to Woolworths, it was fitting. Yeah, and that was it. But usually they didn't have. And after they sold out their stuff, I think in 2010 or 11, then these department stores closed and other tenants moved in, other department stores, and that was it. But Quelle only had really these catalogs, and later, much too late, the online presence. Speaking of companies which did not sleep over the trend internet, was C&A. Or as in German we like to call them, Charles and Anthony or Schick und Anmut. C&A, I think, is still in it's still in existence. They also had department stores. They, I think, never had catalogs. At least I wouldn't remember. They only had department stores. And as soon as internet was a thing, C&A went online and sold their stuff online there. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm very happy about your comment. Thank you, my dear. And so C&A, as I said, they were alert. They said, internet, new possibility to sell my stuff. They're still in existence, and countless others too. But at least in Germany, Neckermann and Quelle fell under the floor. So, and now I'm going to present you this beautiful catalog. As I said, the fashion is from 2009 to 2010. And I have to put the camera down in order to show you everything. So I only can see the backside of the camera. It's not the camera, it's my mobile phone. So I only see the backside of my mobile phone, and I don't see your comments. So if you have any comments, post them, it's no problem, but I can't read them. I have a mirror here and try to read them with a mirror. It's absolutely crazy, I know, but it just came into my mind this morning. And well, as you see, there are washing machines, there are old computers, there are old-fashioned shoes, and it's, old-fashioned jogging wear. It's really a typical German household of, I said, 2010. And it's a time capsule, it's a little bit frozen in time. And now I put my mobile phone in a different angle so you can see everything correctly. Just give me some time, please. So, in the background you hear some music. Ta-ta. So, and now, I hope you see everything correctly. That's not what I like, just a second. Yeah. So, do you see everything correctly? I hope you do. So now you see, I read it from the backside. So 1000 Wünsche, eine Quelle. 1000 wishes and one source. As I said, source in German is Quelle. And here it's Herbst-Winter 2009-2010. Gültig bis Ende Januar 2010. So if you want to order now, it's too late. Okay, I begin. As I said, it's many, many pages. Bear with me. We have nice background music, and I will make it quick. Of course, I won't rest on every page, which is normal, because then we would sit until midnight. That, as you see here you have some jewelry set. Of course, it's like a Swarovski for €5. Euro was introduced in 2000, so this catalog was published 9 years later. Of course, we had euro back then. And now this kind of set, I mean, it's not real diamonds, of course. It's glass. Maybe not even Swarovski, but plain glass. But today, this set would cost around, I said, maybe 10 or 15 euro. Here it's 5 euro. So you really see the inflation which is going on. And here you see a rather boring set, a twin set. Yeah, is it twin set? Yeah, something like that. It was very popular at that time with this, which I also have. Yeah, these kind of thingies of ties was very popular in ladies' fashion at that time. And maybe you see it here. Maybe it's better if I do it like that. So, and here you see a really pretty lady in an interesting outfit. Yeah, this kind of hairdo, almost a beehive. As I said, it's a blast from the past. Yeah, here are all the companies which worked with Quelle. So WMF, Zelit, is very high-priced, high-quality companies. Washing machines. Very proud to say 55 years we now sell furniture. 45 years we now sell Webschatz. It's a for bedclothes a company. And here you see the first, I hope you see everything okay, the first fashion scenes of 2010, like dark purple, violet, dark gray, black, and these knitted bonnets. I hated them, I never had them. There are some fashion scenes which I hope will never occur again. This is one of them. But a lot of stuff, prove me wrong, but a lot of stuff is still going on, like these acid wash jeans and these slide bell bottoms, which is an on and off thing. Here you don't have them, here you have it. You still see that today. This was also a thing back in the time. I had countless blouses and shirts with this tartan. And as I said, purple, black and white or gray was really a thing back then. I always hated it because it makes younger people look old and older people look like mummies. Terrible. So this is better, I think. These kind of boots, you still have them. Yeah, you still have these chains, but you don't have that like that. So, of course, fashions they come, fashions they go. And I still have a lot of these chains. Today I don't wear any, but usually in all my videos I wear these chains. I love them. Also these big bracelets. And leggings made of lace was a big thing. And fur, which is not real fur. At that time people started to be very attentive to to animal welfare and all that. PETA was on the rise, or was already in full flow. Greenpeace, of course. And so in former times, Quelle sold real fur, real fur, like ermine and mink, or really this high-priced fur. But they, in the last year of their existence, they sold artificial fur. Now, this is a little nod to the 70s with these extreme bell bottoms, which were in last year. Because last year I bought some jeans with big holes in them and acid washed, and they also had these bell bottoms. But I bought these jeans last year, and so from time to time it's fashion again. But I think on the whole, I mean, 10 euro. Today, everything would be, I think, at least twice the price, like 20 or maybe even 30 euro. It's boring in a sense, yeah. Today you have much cooler things, but okay, back then it was a little bit. And remember, it's a winter catalog. It's nothing for summer. Fleece jackets were new in the day. 2010, I also bought my first fleece jacket. Today I can't live without them. Yeah, dark green, dark purple, black. Yeah, very cheerful for the dark season. Ha ha. But be honest, a lot of things you can wear today, like these jeans. Yeah, they're very low waist, okay. But this also looks quite nice. Not bad. As I said, sometimes you can just wear that off the pages, so to say, and sometimes you say, okay, it's a past thing, like this. This reminds me of my first punk pants, which I had in the late 70s, like 77 or 78. For a short time I was a punk. And yeah, and I also had this kind of pants. Of course torn and with security needles and everything. This is a high-end version. Again, as I said, purple, black and grey. The very cheerful winter colors. And here, this reminds me, and maybe my German viewers as well, of this lovely saying, Grün und Blau trägt die Sau. So, green and blue are a pig's fashion, yeah, because normally you don't wear it together, pink and blue, which also is a thing of the past, of course, but this is extreme. It's not blue, it's like a violet blue, ultraviolet blue. Yeah. So this kind of coats you still have today, after 14 years. It's okay, it's 14 years and not like, say, 40 or 50 years, which would be more interesting, but this is the only one I have. And this tartan pattern. Tartan, where you looked in the early 2010, 2011, you also saw like a more subdued colors, but almost always you had this bright tartan style. And jeans. You see that Quelle, which is usually targeted or was usually targeted as an older audience, here it targets a younger audience, young people. This kind of dresses you still have. Yeah, of course, slightly different cut, but you still have that. So after 14 years, they were very far-sighted. And yeah, they targeted here the young public, the young girls, and later I will see the young guys. It didn't work because people at that age range, they didn't order by mail order anymore by that time. They had discovered the internet and Amazon and so on, and that was lost. Here's a little brighter color, turquoise, okay. Tartan, as I said, everywhere, with bright red. Red and black is always okay, but I really don't like this purple, especially with jeans. Personal taste. Don't get me wrong. If you love it, it's okay. So, Argyle style was very in fashion. So, and here we have the jeans section. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing the pages a little better or reading through the pages to improve your German or whatever, um in Erinnerungen zu schwelgen, you can just put stop and look at it in all peace and tranquility. African cotton, it's not cultural appropriation, just cotton made in Africa or imported from Africa, and here you see some, I don't know, some hippie style. Let's call it a late hippie style. I never indulged in that kind of fashion, so I don't know. Yeah, and more artificial fur. And I'm really astounded at the prices. It's so cheap. This looks good. Doesn't it look good? I have a similar coat, which I bought, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. Almost the same. It's really black and white. You know that Hitchcock movie, Vertigo, where the main character, the female main character, wears such a coat? I think it's Kim Novak, yeah. She has exactly like that. She has a black turtleneck sweater and this coat or long jacket, and not trousers, of course, but a skirt. The movie's from '58, I think, but it looks very elegant. So you can wear that today, no problem. This, of course, is yeah. And as I told you, young people, young public, and it didn't work. Cargo style, yeah, these cargo pants. It was a big deal in the 90s, but still in 2010. Navy coats were very popular. Argyle, as I said previously. My father had Argyle socks. He was very confused when this pattern came for lady sweaters. He said, oh God, they look like they're wearing my socks. So this is a little bit of a Reiterstil, the horse riding, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit kinky, wie so ein Korsettchen, ne? Corsage, a little bit. Oh. Yeah, the good old knitwear. This is more so grandfather style. It's a young model, but this is targeted at older audiences or buyers. Lot of jeans. I remember that. It was a big comeback from jeans. You also had these glittering stones, a lot of glittering stones, which of course fell off after 2 or 3 washes. Your t-shirt was devoid of any spangles or glittery stones. Burnt orange was also a theme. Now we come to the older public. You see, it's more like business style. This also, you can wear it today. It's 14 years old, but not so terribly old-fashioned. This, of course, is old-fashioned. And here they write about their special catalogs, unsere Spezialkataloge. In the last desperate try to grasp the customers' attention, customers which were practically not buying anymore, Quelle published several special catalogs about furniture and wigs and flowers and kitchen. Yeah, as I said, the last company standing is kitchen, the kitchen branch, Küchenquelle, and babies' outfits, kids' outfits, and all that. It was a desperate struggle to keep their customers from fleeing the company, but it didn't work. At the time the catalog came out, these special catalogs were not printed anymore because they were bankrupt. So here you see, yeah, really old-fashioned thermos pots and kitchen utensils. An old bread slicer. I don't know who of you uses bread slicers anymore. Brotschneidemaschinen. Well, I don't. Shopping baskets, okay, they never go out of fashion. Now, Webschatz, yeah, this is a company that specialize in cushion fittings or bed fittings in general. And this of course is old style. You see that this kind of blue of I always call it manic panic blue. This is old fashioned, and the irons as well. You have the scales still today in yeah, more or less in this fashion. Okay, that's or here this burnt orange here. This is really old school. Sewing machines. Privileg was the Quelle own company. Yeah, Privileg. Yeah, Privileg was a Quelle company. Of course, this company didn't make the sewing machines and washing machines and so on, all these electronics themselves. They were made by Singer, by Pfaff in that case. or by other big brands, but they were sold under the company brand name of Privileg. And so you knew when you bought a Privileg washing machine, it was made by Bosch or by Siemens, so it was very good quality, but you didn't have to pay so much money for it, as if you had bought it directly at Siemens or Bosch. Privileg, really, my grandmother, she had a washing machine bought in the late 60s by Quelle, also the brand name Privileg. And this thing worked, it worked and worked, and I threw it out in 2005. All these years, impeccably, it worked. Very, very good quality. So now you see CD players, big hit back then, and mobile phones, internal phones, not mobile. Mobile in a sense, but it's not modern mobile phone, of course. Aber es ist so eine interne Telefon, also für Festnetztelefon. Yeah, this is really from the Stone Age. Yeah, and trolleys, and it's very, as you said, it's topsy-turvy. They start with fashion, then they go to trolleys and suitcases. In between they have some bed covers, and so it's very chaotic. You sense their despair. Now it's back to fashion, and not back to black, but back to purple. And here it looks like it's real fur. No, artificial fur. But it looks, from here it looks like real. No artificial fur as well. Combined with the kind of fall dress, and well, that's not in style anymore. Oh, this is also lots of ruffles. This looks quite elegant. I think you could wear it even today. It costs only 70 euro. Today, believe me, it would be 150 or maybe 200. So the inflation in the last 14 years, it's really astounding. I have this chain. I didn't order it at Quelle, but I do have it. Now this is a kind of blue which I don't like. It looks like washed out, but it was also very popular. Now it's an interesting combination. Black and yellow always reminds me of the Deutsche Post, or it's now DHL. DHL color now is yellow and red, but back in the day there was no DHL, there was the Deutsche Post transport service, and that was black and yellow. And purple and purple and purple. Okay, I'm going a little bit faster now. As I said, if you're interested, I'll upload the video later. You can always stop and look and laugh. But I really wish we had a catalog from 1970 or 1980. That would be a banger. But unfortunately, we had them, of course, but after a year or two, we threw them away. This was a very popular style back in the day, 40 years ago. Tartan and ruffles. And the sleeves a little bit too short. And generally the shirt a little bit too, well, one size too small. It was a thing. Now we go for some pink. Pompös. My German viewers know him, of course. Harald Glöckler. Harald Glöckler is a fashion designer who is, I think he's completely crazy. I don't know. He started as a prodigy, as a young genius, and had a very, as you see, an interesting, let's say interesting fashion line. Pompös in German means pompous, or with pomp, with glamour, glamorous. And he wanted to bring that glamour back into ladies' fashions. also into men's fashions, but men's fashion didn't work so well. But ladies, of course, it did. And so you see a lot of fake pearls and fake gold and fake coat of arms and the crown, yes, and ruffles. And here, look at the bags. Baroque design, let's say. It was successful quite a while, and then he went a little bit over the top. Yeah, then he became a tad arrogant and a little bit despised the clientele which bought his stuff. Never despise your customer, I can say to that. And okay, after a while, the customers, of course, said, no, thank you. But it's a long story. So you can Google Harald Glöckler Google him, and I think he's in Wikipedia, also in English Wikipedia. It's quite an interesting person. And the fact that he made fashion for a mail order catalog. Of course, he wanted to spread his belief, and his belief that every woman is a born princess and has to be dressed as such. It's all very okay, but if you're a fashion designer who specializes in high-end fashion, and then you go to a mail order catalog, I mean, you don't see Gucci or Dior or Chanel in here. They have a reason why they didn't do it. But okay. As I said, it's the last catalog by that company anyway. Now you see something more of this beautiful blue. So I hope you have a good view on that. Yeah. As I said here, this long chain. I also have this kind of chains from back in the day. These chains are 14 or 15 years old. They're still in good shape. I still wear them regularly, especially in winter when I have these turtleneck sweaters. It's still looking good, I must say that. And argyle. I don't have argyle. No, for me, I always remember, as I said, my daddy saying, "Oh, I have socks in that pattern." Business style, of course, boring business style. This doesn't look bad, I guess. This one, with the sunglasses. Samtig weich, as soft as velvet. And jeans, as you see, jeans, I just see that. Dear me, without end. Yeah, business blouses. And yeah, fashion for the businesswoman or the 50, 60-year-old, still in good shape, still dressing fashionably. I mean, I'm 60 myself, I won't go in black and ashes either, of course. My grandmother, she lived to be 92, and up to her very last breathing moment, she put on lipstick and makeup and had her hair done, and she was really over-the-top elegant up to her very last moment, with 92. And she looked spectacular, really. And my mom, she was similar, so they are my role models. These kind of capes was very, very fashionable. My mother had several of them. This is for the evening. As I said, it's a fall-winter catalog, of course, for Christmas parties and for New Year's soirees or whatever. You have this kind of dark and elegant fashion. I don't know who of you is into British royalty. Lady Diana, she died, I think, in 97, which was only 3 or 4 years before this catalog was printed. So you see a lot of Lady Diana style. Not here, she wouldn't be seen in that, but the previous festive fashion was very much her style. Oh, I missed something. No, I didn't miss anything. Now this is fleecewear. Fleecewear became a trend in that time period. This practical homeware, let's put it this way. And this is very, you don't see people like that anymore with these skirts, with these shoes. It's very old style. This is a leg shaper. But ladies who were in their 70s or 80s back then, 14 years, yeah, of course, they wore that. They were strictly opposed to trousers. My grandmother, who was born in 1912, never. She was the first to endorse men's trousers, along with Marlene Dietrich. And there are some photographs where she has skirts, but mostly trousers. Even as early as in the 1930s and 40s. She always preferred this style. But usually lady of her age group, they wore skirts. And here you see jewelry. This looks like, yeah, Glöckler. Pompös. Harald Glöckler's company, Pompös, they always made this baroque and opulent jewelry and fashion. Of course, it's all fake. This not. These are real diamonds. Like that, you see maybe better. Yeah, Quelle even sold rings. Wedding rings, wedding bands. Platinum, white gold, red gold became fashionable around that time. That's why I see red gold, sparsely, but you see it. And with real diamonds. And my grandfather, he was in the diamond trade, and he ordered some Quelle diamond jewelry just to inspect it and to say it's okay, it's not okay. He said it's impeccable jewelry, brightest white, flawless, internally flawless or generally flawless. These 4C for diamonds, carat, clarity, color, and so on. You knew that by heart, of course. And he said that Quelle had very, very excellent, good jewelry for a good price. He was really flabbergasted. He ordered it in order to send it back and to say it's all trash, but he actually kept it. Gave it, of course, to my grandmother, who was first, she was taken aback, said, Quelle jewelry, that's nothing. And he said, no, it's really excellent, it's very good. If you buy the same in a jewelry store, you pay much, much more, but it's the same quality. Here you have more diamonds, sapphire things. And this, of course, this is a little bit old-fashioned. I mean, my mother, she had this watch. It was a present from her father, from said jeweler who knew what he was talking about. And she wore it, well, to the opera or to some, Christmas parties or whatever. But apart from that, it was not everyday jewelry. And it was a little bit old-fashioned. These are designs from the late 40s or early 50s, still in existence at that time. Today, now we have, of course, absolutely gorgeous designs. And this wouldn't sell anymore, I guess. And here it's similar. So, of course, jewelry has a fashion too. Yeah, these kind of chains are, of course, ageless. You can wear them anytime. Or these kind of hoop earrings, also ageless. Yeah, but here like heart jewelry or here, yeah, especially the watches. You see the fleeting fashion in the watches. But I'm astounded how much jewelry they have. Gee. And it's not fake, it's all gold and silver, even platinum. Now here is the silver department. For the young people, Pandora. You all know Pandora. They made their early beginnings back then. And here we have the Playboy bunny in a very ugly, ugly set. Oh my God. Gee, Esprit, yeah. Maybe they have some fossil as well, I don't know. Now we come to kids' jewelry. to the more inexpensive ones, Chinese kanji, men's watches. Yeah. Yeah, this is men's jewelry now. Of course, crosses, or in that case, crucifixes too. There were a lot of crosses, jewelry crosses and crucifixes in the springtime and summer catalogs due to Holy Communion, and so in April and May. Now this is, yeah, biker's delight. Yeah, back in the day, people were tattooed, of course, yeah, but not as much as today. If you had a tattoo, it was really unusual. I have a tattoo myself, but nobody can see it because it's in a hidden place. But today, people, of course, they sport their tattoos all over. And if you're in that tattoo scene and you love to show them off, yeah, why not? It can look absolutely marvelous. Back in the day, 14 years back, it was not so common, and men who like to profess their love for Viking culture or whatever, they chose to wear necklaces instead, or bracelets to show that. Here you see swords and yeah, skulls and a dolphin, or some Celtic designs. Yeah, it was more expressed via jewelry. I'm really, oh, look at these old designs here, these old watches. Oh my God, here also. Yeah, the watches, they really do have their fashion trends. A watch like a snake. Ach du lieber Gott, the ganz alte Schätzchen. Ach, lieber. So you see, some items stand the test of time and some don't. Yeah. These kind of watches, I think you don't see them anymore. They are really out of date. Excuse me, I have to have some sparkling dark wine, which is Coke. And more watches. And yeah, you see this watch. Of course, this kind of watch you don't see here. This is brand new and this is old. But these things are very practical. Every day I take my blood pressure, I count the steps I take. It's, I have it for a week now, I can't live without it anymore. But look at this wide array. I mean, it's old-fashioned, all that. But look at that wide array, incredible. And now, something for the ladies or for the gents, whoever is interested. It means, da steht da, Spitzenverführung. Ah, seduction with lace. This is dessous, yeah, this is underwear. Kinky. Oh. I mean, it's a, yeah, mail order catalog, yeah? It's not bad. I mean, the choice you have here, you really can't say anything against it. Something for everyone. This is the more ordinary underwear stuff. These, of course, panties also, they are around today. This is the bodies, yeah, bodies. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff you really need nowadays because it's very cold. Today we have 2 degrees Celsius. If I had it, I would wear it. But I don't. So, yeah, okay, this is more the goldig. Oh, wie süß. Look at these bloomers. Well, I'm a bloomer. No, it's better to say I'm a boomer than I'm a bloomer, but it came to my mind when I saw that. Here, Helix. Yes, I remember I used to do ski back in the day, and I also had something like that. It really keeps warm. Now this is more for the intimate moments. Passionata, I think this company is still in existence. Yeah, the push-up bras was beginning to take over. Yeah, but you see, Quelle really has a lot to offer. I mean, underwear, you could say some t-shirts, some boxer shorts, and that's it, but no. Sports bras, bras for breastfeeding moms, and you have something, as I said, for everybody. Yeah, bras to make the breast look smaller, bras to let the breast look bigger. As I said, these push-ups, everything there. Yeah, of course, this is, I don't know if these are around anymore. I don't wear it, I don't know it. My mother never wore them, otherwise I would have known. I don't know. It looks very like 1920 or 1930 to me, but who knows? Oh, it gets better. Ach nee. Oh, look at that. It's shapewear, I guess. What you call shapewear? It looks more like a something you torture people with. With straps and everything. Oh my god. Now to something more easy flowing. Nice, you see? Very nice views. I think it's more the chill or teenage section here. I know, bed. Homewear and bedwear. Okay. I think, dear friends, this will take some time. Are you still around? I hope you are. As I said, I don't see your comments because I'm crouching here at the table and presenting this catalog. If you have any comment or so, or question, put it in the comment section later on, please. Because I will upload the whole thing. Yeah, what's to say about bed? Where it's, yeah, morning coats. Yeah, these flowers and everything, it's not there anymore. Bathing suits? Yeah, even in winter, of course, if you go on a holiday, in the Caribbean or so, you need bathing suits. So even a winter catalog has some bathing fashion. I wouldn't wear any of these. That's the only one I would wear. After losing some gram, but I would, I mean, yeah. This is also quite nice. Ja, nein, das ist nicht so. No. Okay, this section, of course, in the summer catalogs, you had like 20 pages or so with bikinis, and here you just have like 3 pages or so, which is okay. Now it's modisch up to date. Was ist das eigentlich? Achso, Trainingshosen. Ah, ja, okay. So fitness trousers, fitness wear. Yeah, sweat absorbing socks and all that. Okay. Yeah, these old fitness fashion. Yeah, it's really old fashioned. And socks. Let's see if they have any Argyle pattern socks. I don't see them. Only these. Okay. Yeah, more shape. As I said, it's usually Quelle Public was a little bit older. Here are some hot boots, and to be honest, these boots are okay even today. Weitschaftsstiefel. Ah. These are strange shoes. Which Caprice. Ah, Caprice. Caprice are still in existence. They make very beautiful shoes, which are easy fit, but you don't see it. They're very chic, elegant, or even kinky sometimes. It's like little chains around the ankle also. And they're easy fit, and as I said, you don't see it because they look very, very good, very cool. But these don't look cool, no. Yeah, this kind of shoes you don't have anymore. What's it? Ballet shoes? Hush puppies. Now men's section. 2 pages men's section. That's it. And on with the girls. Oh. Ah, and here you have shoes and the fitting or the matching bag. And the matching purse. Well. And sandals as well. As I said, right? If you spend your holidays in hot regions, you need sandals. That's why they turn up in the winter catalog. It's okay. Das Papillon kenne ich jetzt nicht. So Birkenstock, something Birkenstock-like. Betula, I think Betula is Birkenstock. Not quite sure. Ah, these home shoes. Yeah. It's very granny and grandpa style, yes. Now for the professional outfits. Nurses, doctors, and so on. So as you see, Quelle had a really, maybe a too large range. Maybe it was too much. We come to the kids section. Okay, kiddies have their fashions too. No modern kiddie would wear this, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah, what's to say about kids' fashions? I won't say it's timeless, but I think more or less you can still see today. They even had their own special baby catalog, but as I said, these things were never printed because Quelle went out of business. Now teens. I mean, imagine a modern teenager wearing this. That's, you see. Okay, maybe for some festive party, cocktail party with kids. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. Also, yeah, New Year's Eve, as I said before, Christmas. I can't think of other occasions where you wear such things as a teenager. Now a little Charlie Temple channeling. Looks more like a Barbie costume. Yeah, this also. So Barbie, ne? Barbie-mäßig. Here's Barbie. Looks like it. Lot of pink. Maybe that's why I think of Barbie. I think back in the day it was strictly pink for girls and blue for boys. You still see that a little bit. The inevitable Snoopy, of course. Adidas. Auch schon angefangen. Yeah, and the kids get older and they still wear pink. Ah ja, das ist schön. For the cooler girls, now it's getting black and blue. Yeah, and then they try to be very modern and very up to date with this, come on. It didn't work. Now this is utterly ugly, this as well, but it was a thing. In 2010, 2011 still, girls wearing ties and these kind of waistcoats which were too small. It was a nod to the 80s. When I was in my 20s in the 80s, I had a similar thing. I must find my old photographs of that time and destroy them. Yeah. So there, you see, no modern teenager would wear this. Now we come to the boys section. Yes. Yeah, boys, of course, always a little bit more boring. At least 14 years ago. Power prices. I mean, it's really cheap. Yeah. Today, as I said, twice or even 3 times the price. Yeah, black leather, emo style. Yeah, emo, you see. Yes. The grunge, of course, was still a thing. Or I said the repercussions of grunge. Grunge, of course, in 2010 was over, but not quite over fashion-wise, as you see here. You can really imagine Kurt Cobain in such an outfit. Yeah. Donald Trump! A young Donald Trump. No, it's not young Donald Trump. But the style, the red tie and even the hairdo, the wind-blown hairdo. Did I see? Yeah, here. For the Oktoberfest outfit. And more grunge. You don't see any undercuts or shaved heads or tattooed heads or nothing of that sort. Yeah, the hairdo is almost like in the late 70s, like 77 to 1980 or 81, boys had this kind of hairdo. Later on they shaved it off or went punk, had a mohawk or whatever. Oh, it's funny. It's really more funny than I thought. Bedwear, underwear. Yeah, this is a lot of boots, of course. A lot of sneakers. No, not lots of sneakers. Some sneakers. The sneaker mania came along in later years. Not then. Hush puppies were still in existence, but back then, at least in Germany, hush puppies was very, very popular. Yeah, see the early sneakers, very, very tame. Now it's school bags. Coole Ranzen. Oh my goodness. Wig style of Quelle.de. Here you see they put on their online presence. But as I said, the online presence came too late. The company was already bankrupt then. They should have done that earlier. Now it's men's fashion, and as you see, our beloved purple and black is going on. And grey. Oh, I forgot the refreshing grey. Argyle, tartan, and jeans. Lot of jeans. Ja, das ist jetzt halt auch nicht so überragend. Yeah, it's definitely more boring than the women's section, of course. in spite of their attempt to deal with the younger public. But he looks more modern, this guy. But this doesn't. I'll go over a little bit more quickly. As I said, you can always stop and look at it later. I can't remember. I mean, jeans, of course, was and always has been a thing. But this much? I mean, the countless pages dealing only with blue jeans. Yeah, torn or wasted or acid washed or whatever. Jeans without end. Well, either I forgot it or Quelle is overdoing it a little bit. You can tell me in the commentaries if I'm mistaken. But I mean, you see jeans today, of course, yes, but this is an excess. It doesn't stop. Look here. It doesn't end. My goodness. My goodness. Das hört ja echt nicht auf. So, here are some other things than jeans. Fleece, knitwear. Well, I think this wouldn't sell anymore. If Zalando had that in their program, Zalando would go bankrupt. Mikrofleece, da ist ja genau. Wasserabweisend, water resistant, or deterrent. Ja, tartan, and stripes, and argyle, and stripes, and tartan, and stripes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's quite a selection. Well, today men's fashions is much more versatile and colorful and es ist ja alles totlangweilig hier. Yeah, these kind of pilot jackets were very popular. Pilot's jackets, so jetzt mal. Mostly leather. Okay, these were leather jackets. And turtleneck sweaters, which you don't see today. At least I don't. Not in men's fashion. Und schon wieder Jeans. Heiliger Gott. Yeah, and stripes, and now it's jeans. It doesn't end there. Oh no. Well, good gracious. Now some color for the men's section, some burnt orange, some red. And more jeans. Ja, das ist echt der Hammer. As I said, these old-fashioned watches and the button-down shirts. Now we come to the business fashion. What is this? Okay. Yeah, well, it's lilac shirts, blue shirts. Not so much of a thing anymore. But of course, fashions always come back. So maybe next year you have purple shirts. Who knows? Or orange shirts. Ist ja auch hübsch. Yeah. Now this is timeless, of course. It's Steve Jobs style a little bit. And of course these ties are Yeah, now it's the business section. And you really, yeah, and you get it in 2010, still more men than women were in business. You have seen the ladies section, ladies business section. It was about, I think, 5 or 6 pages, and men's business fashion has much more pages. Yeah, absolutely. Oh ja, und wie? Now we come to this was the administrative part, now it's the operative part. Der blaue Andon hier, jawohl. Yeah, gardener's outfit. I think maybe it was a problem of Quelle and Neckermann, the other company. They had too many items. That is, I mean, yeah, of course, men's fashion, women's fashion, some electronics, okay. But it's too diversified. In the old sense, diversified. It's too much, it's too much. You don't have a clear line anymore. What does Quelle stand for? What do they sell? Which is their public? Which are their customers? What is the customer's range? You don't have that. It's something for everybody. It's too much. In my opinion, I think that is maybe part of their downfall. Oh, my father, he had a similar swimming trousers. Oh, similar. Oh, he loved it. Yeah. Functional underwear. Die Feinrippwäsche. Feinripp darf ja auch nicht fehlen. Die Liebestöter. Sorry if I switch to German, but there are some German words for this kind of underwear. Like this Liebestöter, love killer, because who loves a man who wears such a thing? And Feinripp, yeah, it's this special, very fine knitwear. Oh mein Gott. Ja, mit und ohne Eingriff, so soll das auch sein. Yeah, so as you see, no boxer shorts or yeah, it's very old style and old school. This one is especially beautiful. It's a very handsome, yes. Sleepwear, well, sleepwear, of course, totally different now. Yeah, these colors, I mean, these color schemes, they give me nightmares, I know that. This night I won't sleep very good. And this blue, look, these old patterns. I mean, these patterns you had in the 60s as well. As I said, everything comes back once in a while. Now we come to the socks. Let's see, I'm looking for Argyle socks. Maybe I will find them. Argyle socks? Ne, noch sehe ich nicht. But they are very, very ugly patterns, I must say that. Skechers, yeah. Men's shoes, of course, now this boring business style. Hiking boots. Yeah, things like these are, of course, timeless. I mean, yeah. This, yeah. Now it's Puma. Puma and Adidas side by side, which is befitting. They were both brothers. Adi Dassler and his brother, they made a fortune out of that. Quelle.de. Yeah, from time to time you see the disclaimer, hello, visit our online site. But as I said in the intro, it was too late by then. And Quelle tried to cooperate with Adidas and with Harald Glöckler and with other big name companies to no avail. They should have done that earlier. I always preferred Puma. When I was younger and we had two parties at school and later in university, one was rallying for Adidas and the other were rallying for Puma, and I was the Puma girl. I always liked their fashion better, but of course it's personal taste. Winterjacken, yes, winter jackets. It's fitness. You see my, yeah, that would fit too. What I'm wearing today, look, the colors, similar, black and white and this kind of peach. Really, you can't go to a fitness studio with such a suit anymore. They would laugh their head off, I think. It looks a little bit clumsy, a little bit old wifey, how shall I say it? So sometimes you really see that 14 years have passed by, which is natural, of course. Sport shoes. Yeah, I remember having these with this very special sole. They were funny to walk in, by the way. You always had the feeling that you would topple over. I think I had them for one season and then threw them away. Things like this you still have today. Yeah, a lot of gold and colored. It was new at that time. Sports shoes, usually they were black and white. And then they came with new colors in the 90s, like with red or blue. Now we're in the suitcase section, which is, of course, they're much, much lighter today. I remember the old suitcases and trolleys, my God, they were really heavy. Furniture. Now we come to furniture. Jetzt wird's aber bunt. Now we're getting all colored up here. Okay, purple. Now look at these patterns. I mean, ach ja. Laura Ashley style a little bit with these flowers. Of course, wild animal prints still en vogue today. I know that. I don't have them, but I know that it's still sold today, these kind of patterns. And these are also very, very good. Oh, just a second. I think my TV is making some problems. You don't hear the background music anymore because the music has stopped and I don't know why. And earlier on I had some battery problems with the remote, with the Alexa remote. And okay, now it's quiet. It's auch egal. We just go on without music. Yeah, these are some plates, some fur plates, which are still sold today. This is timeless too, as I said, with animal prints or without mink or so. It's of course not real mink or leopard or something. It's just printed this way, but it's still sold. It still looks nice. I have some too. That's why I say it. And orange. No, I don't have that. Orange and blue combined with brown. I still try to get some new batteries. Look at these sweet fluffy bunnies. I will be back in a second. So I'm back, and unfortunately it seems the remote is broken, which is great. Oh, I love it. During the live stream, things happen. So you have had time to look at the bunnies and the butterflies. I remember this Ed Hardy fashion back in the day. Ed Hardy with his colorful skulls. Everything was Ed Hardy. Yeah, we had like bed covers, bed sheets, bags, fashion, t-shirts, everything, jewelry. Yeah, Swarovski stones on little skulls, which you wore around your neck and so on. Everybody was crazy about Ed Hardy, and then suddenly it stopped. I think it went on for 2 or 3 years and then cut. And Playboy was a big thing too. I think today, with modern society, it's maybe not woke enough, I don't know. But I haven't seen Playboy fashion in quite a while. It's, I always like that logo. The logo is quite cute, but not in this context. No, it's ugly. And the logo is not ugly, but the bed covers. Nah. So, yeah, here you see computer design. Computers will come to computers later. They also sold electronics. Now we have a quick look at more horrible bed designs. Naja. Oh yeah, look at this. A Night in Hell. 5 Nights at Freddy's. Here you have the fitting cover. And as I see, blue and brown really was a thing. Also in the bedroom. The safari theme was very en vogue, I remember that. had some bed sheets with elephants too, I guess, yeah. But not anymore. And now here we come to this, yeah, ordinary stuff of, say, with little flowers and gratings, yeah, and the palms, and yeah. Of course, we already had entered the era of computer design. That's what you see here. And for football fans, der FC Bayern München, wer liebt ihn nicht? We have this beautiful array. Ed Hardy, as I mentioned earlier, here's Ed Hardy too. And of course, you can sleep and dream of your favorite soccer team. Was haben wir denn da? FC Bayern München, 1. FC Köln. Haben sie Hannover 96? Haben sie hier nicht? Nee, also natürlich Hannover 96 wie immer nicht. Aber man hat Hoffenheim, ne? Das ist doch mal was. So. Hier, something. Männer sind, was? Männer sind peinlich, Frauen manchmal auch. Hä? Well, here you see, men are embarrassing. And here it's Frauen manchmal auch, women sometimes too. Hä? I don't get it. Männer sind peinlich, Frauen manchmal auch. Men are embarrassing, women sometimes too. Meaning sometimes they are embarrassing too. Ja, okay. Ach Gott, nein. So, was haben wir da? Hannah Montana. Muppet Show. SpongeBob. Cars, so wie ich das sehe. Jawohl. So Hello Kitty, irgendwie sowas. Yeah, of course, for our kids and teenagers. They want to have fashionable bedwear too. Here are ordinary sheets in strange colors. But okay, you still get that today. Yeah, this is... Yeah, duvet covers, cushions, mattresses filled with feathers. I mean, today you have these micro balls or whatever inside. Back then you had like real feathers. In English you say down as well, I guess. These tiny, I want to call them baby feathers from cheeks. It's down. Yeah, but yeah, the feeling is different today, but the optics is similar. Yeah, nothing exciting about that. Toppers. More toppers. I'll go a little bit more quickly. But you see, they sell so much. It's really too much. Small wonder that they intended to publish special catalogs for furniture and for bedwear and for fashion. Because in one catalog, it's much too much. To be honest, the last time that I saw this catalog probably was 14 years ago when my mother had it in the mail. But as I said, this morning I saw it in the attic. I browsed through it and I said, okay, I have to present that online because it's really cool. Ach, die alten Lattenroste noch. Ich weiß nicht, gibt es noch so? And so it's safe to say that I haven't seen this stuff for 14 years. Yeah, now look at this furniture. Nobody has this kind of furniture anymore. Maybe some senior homes. Here with ribbons and with fluffy ribbons and ruffles. Laura Ashley was still going on at that time. She had the great day in the 80s, 90s, but still with the ruffles and the flowers, you had this Ashley style, furniture-wise. Now it's Guten Morgen. Ja, Guten Morgen. Good morning. What do we have here? Kanji. Frottee-Tücher. Na, das ist auch sehr schön. Ja, doch. Yeah, this is for the bathroom. Oh, we had a similar style like this. This is, oh my God. Yeah, okay. Modern bathrooms, of course, they hardly have this kind of carpets and toilet covers here, toilet covers. They don't have it anymore. At least in my house. Our bathrooms, they are mostly gray and black and beige. The subdued colors and no covers for the toilet itself. I had one carpet, a brown carpet for the bathroom here, but one of the cats peed on it. Yeah, one of you two peed on it, and I put it away and never substituted it. Ah, okay. The color schemes are really heartbreaking. Walking on Yonk. Now this is a really old style. Really, it reminds me of old hotels. Formerly, when we were in hotels, sometimes they had this kind of carpets, not in the bathroom, but in the room. They had this kind of pattern and of color scheme. Ach Gott, ja, das ist aber echt alt, ne? Ja. Lot of burnt orange. This was very popular. I had one in my youth room back then, something like this. And here you see, look, let me show you a cushion. This is similar to that. So not quite out of date. And more atrocities. Very much orange. Orange, orange. And this looks terrible, doesn't it? My God. So sometimes you can say, okay, why not? If the surrounding is, or yeah, this is of course perpetual, this too. But from the prices you see they're not original, of course. They are imitations of well, Persian carpets. But even for an imitation, it's not bad. As I said, if the furniture fits, why not? I see a lot of carpeting going on. Carpets wherever you look. Oh, lieber Gott, das kommt gar nicht. Läufer. Modern dekoriert. Okay. Decorated in a modern way. Still had a lot of curtains going on. Now the trend is away from curtains. I do still have curtains, but I plan to change that in this or next year. The curtains are not torn or anything, in spite of the cats. But it's not fashionable anymore. I want to have this some other stuff. But back in the day, very questionable color choices, but you had curtains, yes. Yeah, that's more my style. I don't know this name in English. It's like, I don't know, curtain panels or window panels or so. Schiebegardinen. Yeah, in German it's like Schiebegardinen. Wie sagt man da? Yeah, sliding curtains would be the translation. But I think in English you say panels, window panels. I guess, I don't know. Fadengardinen, this was a quick passing fashion. These are curtains which consist of threads. And of course, the threads, they get dusty with time. They hold the dust. They hold the dust bunnies. It's very difficult to clean them because after that it gets all tangled up. Fadengardinen was never a big thing, at least not in German. Here we have these old style curtains with laces and everything, strange colors as well, and strange patterns. Yeah, this is absolutely not up to date anymore, especially this. This is so 90s, it's still a 90s look. This is even older. This some old movies from the early 60s, they have this curtains. But I guess it's for the older people, for the older customers who didn't want to give up their beloved curtains. Have you ever seen Hitchcock's movie Rebecca? Rebecca, you had this kind of curtains with ruffles and laces and ribbons and cutouts and everything. I have to go to the cats. After, aus hier. So, because they started gnawing on the cable of the ring light, and I wouldn't like that. So here you have more old-fashioned window pieces. Here's still some more. This is very, very old-fashioned. My grandparents, they had a similar style, like this. This would be very, very heavy velvet. This also very heavy velvet. And this was lace curtain bought in Brussels, Brüsseler Spitze, which was very expensive at that time. Okay. Now for the kids' rooms. Gardinenstangen. So the poles for the curtains. Do you say curtain rods? No, curtain rods, okay. And here you see tablecloth. They really do have too much items. It's too much. I mean, I'm not a business consultant. I don't know what keeps the company going or not going, but I can tell you that it's too much. It's too diverse portfolio. Now we come to kitchenware. Oh my goodness. Plates. As I told you before, with the carpets or some of the fashion items, orange was a thing. Orange, yellow, safari themed sometimes. So you had like a sunset in Kenya with some elephants marching to the water hole. And so this theme, you see it everywhere. Here it's orange as well. Pots also have their fashion, because you wouldn't see such a thing today. That yes, probably yes, but no orange. More trolleys. Ja, Reinigungsgeräte, eine Base, ja, brooms, automatic brooms or water-filled brooms. Now, the typical household items. As I said, safari, here we have it. Okay, it's not an elephant, it's a giraffe, but nevertheless. Okay, welcome to the lamp section. Two very strange lamps. They look like out of a Tim Burton movie. These here. Well, absolutely atrocious. Look at this lamp. Africa flair. Naja, I think nobody in Africa has such lamps. Yeah, these were a big hit. This started around 2000, 2001, this kind of halogen lamps, which are now being replaced one by one. But back in the day, it was a big fashion, because they saved energy and they were much brighter than the old light bulbs. And I still have them in my home. in the basement. The basement lamps are all halogen lamps. They look like that. And they're still going strong. So nothing to say against it. And for the bathroom, also okay. Why not? This is a different matter here, of course. Yeah, lamps also have their fashion. Oh, I see that. Well, we had like this. We had these lamps too, but I threw them out some years back. Now this is for Versailles. Here you have chandeliers. You can swing from them maybe, like Sia did. Yeah, doesn't look bad. You have a very big room with a little bit old-fashioned furniture, Baroque furniture. It looks very nice. It's the only way you can lighten up the room with such a lamp, because no other lamp would fit, of course. These are bedroom lamps. My parents had a bedroom lamp like that in silver. Yeah, I recognize some things. These are relics from the 70s. Yeah. In our old party basement, we had in our previous home, we had like a party section in the basement, and we had such lamps, imitated Tiffany lamps. Okay, Tiffany is the great grandfather of this kind of lamps, and of course we didn't have the originals, but as I said, an imitation, and they gave a very nice subdued light. And for party keller, party basement, absolutely correct. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the kitchen also, but I think it's meant here as a kitchen lamp. Here you see Tiffany style. I'm talking and talking, and here you read it. Die Klassiker, yeah, it's really classic. It's classically ugly. Oh, yeah, something for the youngsters' rooms. These are still around today, this kind of ventilators. It never goes out of style. Old wall clocks, sometimes in jewelry stores, yeah, in the countryside, you see this kind of wall clocks, but I don't like them. I didn't like them back then, I don't like them now. Yeah, this is Kuckuck, nein, Kuckucksuhr, mein Gott. Kuckuck-Clock, jetzt haben wir es aber. Kuckuck-Clock, which you don't see anymore around today, really. These sometimes, yes, this is of course timeless. That's a little bit outdated too. Bright orange. And here we have more of this old stuff. Yeah. If you have a living room with old furniture or Baroque furniture or so, okay, it fits. I must say that. I give them that, okay. It still looks grandiose in a way. Why not? Grandfather clocks. But with the modern styles, the modern furniture, of course, no. Very modern time clocks. Of course, I use Alexa. I've been using Alexa ever since she came into being. But before that, my time clocks look like these. Baroque modern. I tell it all the time. Now here you see it. Modern Baroque. Yeah, but it's a fashion trend you also see very, very rarely, if ever. Some African cultural appropriation props. Der Zauber Afrikas, the magic of Africa. Yeah, nein. I think nobody in Africa has this in his or her home. No, I don't think so. And here we have some more atrocities in the same spectrum. As I said, the Laura Ashley style with the flowers and the white broken white, vintage white. As I said, a big thing in the 90s, but still around 10 or 15 years later. Now it's modern living. Yeah, which is not quite so modern anymore. Of course, you have that in German living rooms still. Yeah, it's a square deal, nothing exciting. Things like this you still see. Yeah, it's beyond time and space. Yeah. Yeah, I have this kind of sofa too, made of white leather, and this leather sofa is around for, I think, since 2006 or 7. It still looks good, and yeah, I don't want to change it. It looks nice. Maybe beige and brown and lilac is not a thing anymore, but yeah, I think this kind of woodwork also is old-fashioned. But I mean, furniture, it's like fashion, very subjective. Ones love it, the others don't love it. But a lot of furniture, as I see, gee. Yeah, TV tables. In that time, you still had CD players and video players and tuners and everything that went into this space below the space for the TV. That's why the TV tables look like that, so you can put all the stuff inside. Modern ones, of course, they don't have it. Nah, this is outdated. Really, now this is outdated. These waves and the color combination. Yeah, but you still have dogs. As I said, nothing exciting. This dark brown, I think, is a thing of the past. All these strange wall decorations with fake fur. Yeah, this looks very like an old English gentleman's club. No women allowed. Only port wine and the Times and some butlers standing around. And yeah, I associate these pictures with that furniture, but it's really out of fashion. No, look at this here and here. It's old. Ah ja, wird immer schlimmer. Nee. Das ist nix. Yeah, that's also old. This is maybe, yeah, all these decorations here, these folds and these sewed up things, but in general, yeah, you can still see that. I think it's leather. Is this leather? Yeah. But you see how many items, nothing that Quelle doesn't sell or didn't sell. Incredible. I speed it up a little bit because we have still some pages to go. Oh. I think this video is going to be 3 hours or so. Now look at this. Now this is really old-fashioned. I have to, I'm short-sighted, so I have to come closer. Yeah, Vitrinen. Glass closets are, yeah. You still have them, but not in this style. Ja, das ist so Massage-Lehnstühle, armchairs with a massage function. You still have them. I do have something like that, but in black leather and very straight. Yeah, no ruffles. Not like here with these frills and all that. Yeah, this is old. This is old. Ja, das ist auch alt. Ja, here, look at this table. There are some... Is this glass? Nee, Fliesen. There are tiles on the table. It's very, very German to put tiles on your living room table, and it was a fashion many years back, but now it's completely gone. Here you see more of these tile tables. We never had one. We always disliked them heavily, and this is very old style. Now it's more 90s. If you see that, you had a catalog like from 1993 or 94, you would see the same things. Yeah. Speisen modern, modern eating. Now we come to Esszimmer, oder? Yeah. Okay, dining room fashion. I won't say it's completely different now, but yeah, you have these kind of swing chairs still. It's not totally out of fashion, but a little bit. Okay, dining rooms, dining rooms. More dining rooms. Earlier on, I mentioned hotels where we stayed earlier. And these hotels, of course, they had large dining rooms, but they look similar, like this. It's, as I said, it's a very 1990s style. Although this catalog is from 2010. Yeah, this is old. This is all very old. And nowadays you don't have special dining rooms anymore. Not in this extent, at least, as you used to have. Most people have bigger kitchens, and the dining section is integrated in the kitchen or in the living room. But a separate dining room, as used to be, is no more, and this is out of the 70s even. It's a very, very old style, very 70s, which was popular back then. But not so much. Ja, was sind das jetzt? Betten? Ah, okay. Cupboards. Cupboards or closets. Yeah, look at this wallpaper or wall tattoos, as I call it now. Totally démodé. Purple and kanji or whatever, and white combined with black. Also very old-fashioned. These kinds of beds you still have. Yeah, and orange without end. Terrible blue. Now, you really sense the passing of time when you see this, because it's all old-fashioned. Especially the colors. I'll go on a little bit quicker. Traumfänger. Ah, Dreamcatcher. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at these patterns. It's Sometimes you see this kind of stuff in guest rooms, where people put the old furniture in the guest room and say, okay, for a guest it's good enough, it's okay, it's clean, but it's not modern anymore. So we put on modern beds in our bedroom and modern tables and modern closets, and the old stuff, which still looks good but which is old, we put in the guest room. So sometimes people do that, and so you find furniture like that in guest rooms, which is absolutely okay. But I'm very glad that this fashion is over for the bedrooms, because I know. Oh, look at these patterns. Oh, I'm starting to suffer. And it goes on, and it goes on. And here, bunk beds for the children. IKEA style, looks like. Nee, IKEA. Doch. Like do-it-yourself beds. Der Traum jeder kleinen Prinzessin. Oh, 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 oh. The dream of every little princess. Do we make a distinction between girls and boys here? Ay, ay, ay. TV racks, of course, the big ones for the, I mentioned earlier, for the CD players and the video players, and of course for the Schallplatten, for the discs, yes, of course. The LPs, the big LPs, you all know them, of course. They had to be stored somewhere, and it was this was the time before streaming. I think 2 weeks ago, I took all my old records, not discs, records, I mean, of course. I took all my old records, I checked via eBay if they're worth something, somewhere worth something, okay, I kept them, and all the others found a way to the dustbin and they're off. Because after 20, 30 years, it's time to say goodbye. But I remember these record racks. Well, we had two old office chairs. In my office, these kind of chairs are still popular. But they're not old chairs, but they ordered them some years back only, some 4 or 5 years. So you still have them around. And this blue, I don't know, but we have these. Yeah, this is, of course, office furniture is office furniture. Yeah, you have everything, your documentation, you have everything on computer, on the cloud, so you don't need these kind of Aktenschränke in German. I don't know, it's like a file cabinet, I think in English. You don't have them in this extent anymore. In our company, when I started to work there in 91, they had a lot of file cabinets, of course, and a lot of files and a lot of printed documents, and it's all gone now. It's all saved in the cloud. There are, of course, safety copies in case the cloud goes south. So you still have the copies. So everything is safe and secure, but file cabinets are a thing of the past. At least in my company, nobody has that anymore. No office. This is bathroom. Garderobe. Wardrobes. Okay, wardrobe, fashion. Mine is similar like this, but where this is red, mine is white. This still looks good. It's a little bit old too, yeah, but it looks good. Ja, that is Gelsenkirchener Barock, ne, so ein bisschen. You even could hide your CD players and your video players in these beautiful little things. Like, wie nennt sich das denn eigentlich? Warte mal, Eckschrank. Ah ja, einfach nur ein Eckschrank. Yeah, in this sort of cabinet, you could put the electronic devices to hide them from view. My goodness. So here we come to the bathroom. That's still around. That's still, yeah, my bathrooms look similar. With white, you can't go wrong. But with orange, you can go wrong. Wood is also very in nowadays. Wood with like porcelain business and with green decoration. A little bit like here. So it's still around. No, this isn't. No, this isn't around anymore. Yeah, all shapes and sizes. Shower rooms, shower cabinets. These are still modern. Duschvorhänge, naja, jetzt nicht so. Ja, it's toilet covers. Toilet paper holders and all kind of things. They really sell too much things. It's diversification always is good, but that's too much. Look, they sell perfumes, they sold perfumes and makeup and, and skin cleaners and I don't know what else. Well, I'm really astonished. You have a little nail studio. I mean, wigs. Ach, Wigs sind ja auch mal schön. Look at these absolutely convincing, natural looking wigs. You would never guess this lady is wearing a wig. Oh my goodness. Well, judging from that, the catalog could be from, I don't know, 1975 or so. Very old fashioned, even for 2010. It was old fashioned even back then. I tell you that. Oh my goodness. No. So, something for Body Fitness, Wellness für den ganzen Körper. Wellness for the whole body. Yeah, these things are still around. Treadmills and so on. Of course, in more modern shapes, but okay, it's okay. Wheelchairs, they even sold wheelchairs. Ich glaub's echt nicht, das ist ja Wahnsinn. Was ist denn das, ein Korsett? Stützkorsett, tatsächlich. Corset, but not a kinky corset, but a health corset for to keep your spine strong. Oh my God. Gee. Scales. Apotheken. They even sold, haben die auch Medikamente? Ja. They even sold medication. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Quelle sold medical products. Here you see some, oh, I see that. Some toys for adults. Let's put it this way. You can, I won't pixel it out. I hope I won't have to. I just flicked over the pages. But as I saw, they sold toys for adults. You know what I mean. Now we come to Küchenquelle. As I said, the one existing branch of Quelle today is the branch which sells kitchens. And they are all made to measure. So that's why they just put on some examples here and explain how the whole thing works. Somebody comes to your home and measures up your kitchen and talks to you and takes down your wishes, and then you get an offer together with a picture how your kitchen will look like. Today, of course, it's all 3D. You can walk through your new kitchen in 3D practically. But back in the day, they sent you pictures, computer-generated pictures, and you had to choose and blah, blah. And it's all that, it's explained in here. But interestingly enough, that's the one successful branch, together with Madeleine Fashions. So here you just see some examples. Of course, with the home brand Privileg. Yeah, and this is so old, I won't lose a word on it. Who has a kitchen like this? Nobody. Especially that color, look like dark purple and dark gray. It was really a passing fad. Now we come to electronics, washing machines. Yeah, washing machines. I know that in the USA you have a lot of top loaders where you put the wash on top into the washing machine. But Germany is a country of front loaders, so you only see front loaders here. Yeah, they look more or less the same today. Maybe the opening is a little bit, a lot of the modern openings are made with steel rings and they are much thinner, not as thick as here. But apart from that, you really don't see a difference. think here you have some top loaders. Oder? Sehe ich mich da falsch jetzt? Top loader, yeah. Okay, here you have some. And here's some more. Okay, okay. But generally, in Germany, you have this kind of washing machines. So, and Privileg was really a very, very good company. As I said, it's a company brand. It was a company brand. I think Bosch and Siemens were the companies behind that. But they were very, very good, and you had the Bosch quality, but to a Quelle Privileg price, and that was very good. After Quelle went down, many customers complained about that and said, oh, good old Privileg. I want to have a new one, where can I buy it? Well, you can buy it, Siemens, Bosch, or Liebknecht, but then you have to pay more. Now we come to kitchen equipment, like ovens. I still have this system, it works well. Since 26, no complaints. Meanwhile, of course, you have inductions and all that. Ja, Dunstabzugshauben. Ovens, yeah. Yeah, a lot of knobs to operate with, which today, of course, is not so en vogue anymore. Yeah, what shall I say? Dishwashers. In the former catalogs, I know they had computers. I'm still looking for computers. They should come here. No washing machines? Oh, dishwashing. No, not dishwashing machines. And fridges. Meanwhile, yeah, this is modern. Meanwhile, in Germany, you have this kind of fridges which are very, very big and where you can get water from. These are old-fashioned, these are this. But this kind, but I said much, much taller, almost to the ceiling. So you have the fridge inside and the cooling system inside. And from the outside, you can get cold water, which is great. I don't have it, but the next fridge I buy will be like that. Yeah, here you see what I mean. But without the water outlet. But as I said, it's from 2010. Okay, in that day they didn't have it, but they already had these very tall fridges. For a very good price. What's that? 9,000, yeah. 1,000 euro. As I said today, twice the price. It's almost a month's earning. It's almost. Lot of fridges. And toys. Former Quelle catalogs, they also had a large toy section. I didn't see it up to now, but I see a lot of refrigerator and freezers. Coffee machines. The first Senseo machines, of course, you had. I think this is Senseo. I don't know. As I'm short-sighted, I don't see it from here. These are the good old filter variations. And espresso, of course, they have. So a lot of kitchen equipment, mixers, microwaves, Staubsauger. Well, it's. But I'm really amazed at what big selections I have. As I said, it's a much too big selection. Hair dryers next to floor cleaners. Electric shavers. Irons. This is what? Is this on? Isn't it? Sewing machine? Yes. Sewing machine. TVs. Bolt was new back then. Bolt, the the dog. And you see it's a Flachbildschirm, flat screen, but the screen is not flat. You see something going on here. But that was, of course, the newest trend, this kind of full HD flat screen. You see the very thick framework. Today they don't have a frame at all. If they have, I have the newest version here. It's allowed maybe 2 millimeters. And this is very thick and very broad. And then you had some loudspeakers integrated back then. And of course it's all gone. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is... No, these big frames you don't have anymore. This one was very fashionable. This silver frame, not the black one, although the black is better for the eyes, but silver. Silver was a trend. Everybody wanted silver frames. And here you see how thick they were. Now they are paper thin. But okay, it was state of the art back then and quite expensive, as I see. As I said, you can later stop and look at the prices. And here is DVD player, CD player, made by Universum. Universum was another company brand of Quelle, similar to Privileg. And Universum also had very good electronics. I don't know who made them, Blaupunkt or so, but very good company. And more TV sets. And here you see the CD players and DVD players, even the old video players, because in 2010 people had videos, the videotapes as well. It was declining, but they had them. And of course I wanted to play the videotapes. And they used one of these devices. Sound, very, very big sound systems. 4,000 watt. The whole house was trembling if you put the volume up. Yeah, the small CD and DVD players. This is, I don't know what this is. Ach, was ist denn das? Was ist denn das? Ein Uhrenradio. Okay, this is a radio integrated with a TV screen and functioning as an alarm clock. A wild concoction. Here you still have cameras. In 2010 you could take pictures with your mobile phones, but not in the quality we're used to now. So of course people used old-fashioned cameras and video cameras, yes. I think they have disappeared from public view. Everybody makes photographs and videos with their mobiles. And speaking of mobiles, here you have them. Nokia, which was the leader back then in 29 and 2010. And look at these old darlings. This is a gigantic screen, of course. And yeah, it's all Nokia. And Sony, Ericsson. Yeah, Sony Ericsson war auch. Yes, these are the old mobile phones. I remember them well. We had a similar to that. We had by Siemens, I think we had a thing like that. Ach, das ist ja zu schön. Yes, but quite pricey, as I see. As I said, they were new at the time. Panasonic, Siemens. Siemens, as I said, Siemens. Yeah, I think we had this laptops. We do have some modern electronics as well. Yeah, laptops. which were, of course, I mean, they were much too thick. Today they are like this, like a like a leaflet. And back then they were like a book. But okay, it was something new and better than the old desktop computers. So no problem with that. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ist denn das eigentlich? Oh. Notebook, Desktop. Ach, das ist ein Desktop. Okay. It's a desktop. Oh, okay, okay. As I'm short-sighted, I can't tell the colors apart. I only saw this black thing. Okay, it's all one thing. I see that. Okay, a Windows desktop for 800 euro, which was quite expensive. Here you see some titles, game titles. Das ist Nintendo. Oh ja, ja. Nintendo DS. Oh Gott, wie schön. Hatte ich auch. Also here you see all gamers. Look, here is Nintendo. The Nintendo section with the old Wii, 29, 2010, and with the games, of course. I just see Mario and Pokemon, and Super Mario and SpongeBob, Final Fantasy 4. Ach, das ist ja putzig. Der Pfad des Feuers, Avatar, Animal Crossing, Wild World. I think back then I played Wild World. In 2010, I think I bought that. Now I'm Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which is quite addictive. I used to play New Horizons too, but then it got boring. After I finished terraforming my island, everything was as I wanted it to be, and I quit that game, and now I'm into Pocket Camp, which is so cute and very expensive with all this in-app dough you have to spend there, but still it's a very nice game. And Wild World, yes, Animal Crossing Wild World was my start into the Animal Crossing world in 2010. I see. Memory lane. Now we have some Reifen und Service. Reifen? Ach ja, tatsächlich. Oh yeah, they sold tires. Vergölzt, immerhin. So Quelle also sold tires. And they sold insurances. Well, so here they describe how you can order a family bonus, a family discount. Don't know what that is. Fachabteilung. Hotlines. For all these various features you saw, you have different hotlines. If you have a question about, well, tires or computers or telephones, you can call the respective hotline here, which is cool. Usually you have maybe, 2 hotlines, but these are, I think, about 30. Crazy. Yeah. They had layoff payments as well, which was very practical when it was founded in the 1920s. It was an absolute innovation to pay step by step and not everything at once. So the layoff plans, they still had them later on. The fine print goes on and on. Yeah, now they say that they are audited by the German TÜV, Technischer Überwachungsverein, which is a neutral auditing institution, and Quelle and all the others, like Neckermann, all the other mail order companies, they were audited. Now here is the measurement scheme. So you see size 40, size 42 means this and that. What you know online from all the online stores like Zalando. So you have the same, but on paper. The furniture is described, why ever, but they describe it nevertheless. So, hier ist dann das Inhaltsverzeichnis, here is the content. And what I didn't find was toys. Oh, here another TV set with a very, very road frame and cards. Yeah, the ordering cards, high quality, and some special offer zum Geburtstag or whatever. Ach so, 55 Jahre Möbel, okay. Some special offer, and we close our little session with the last view on the washing machine. And that's it. Oh, thank you for bearing with me. Quelle Katalog. Okay, now let's meet eye in eye again. So, just let me check. Oh, you see the cat? Tranquil, you're still around. Thank you. I could. I catch the cat for you. Just a second. Meets. Okay, the cat was too fast. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you had fun. I know that you're not a German speaker, but I hope you liked it nevertheless. And well, the kitties, they get nervous because by that time they have to get their meals. And I was all talking and showing, and they didn't get any meals, but they're very fat, so that's okay. They can wait a little while too. And I thank you so much for joining me on this little journey to the past. And as I said, I will put up, as always, this video later on, so you can watch it again if you like, and leave comments. As it is known, I see your comments when you write them, I can react to them, but after the upload, your comments are gone. And I must try the OBS system. The OBS system, yeah. Many YouTubers don't do their live streams like I do via a mobile phone, but use OBS instead. And I think OBS runs on the PC, and I think it's easier to do it like that, but then I still don't know how I should show you this catalog via OBS, because via OBS you see me like that, and I think I must put up the catalog all the time in order for you to see that due to the webcam. And with a handy, of course, it's easier. I install all this stuff on the table and attach the mobile phone to it, and then put it down so you can see the pages. Which has the contrary effect that I see the backside of the mobile phone and I don't see your comments. And your comments, as I said, unfortunately, don't appear after the upload. So, whatever, I will upload it. Here is a drink to you, to your health, and to a very successful and lucky new week for you, my friends. And as always, before I say goodbye, I will drag one animal in front of the camera. I still have one animal left here, the others have fled. But here I see Fat Jerry. Just a second. So I promised you, yeah, it has been very nice having you around, Tranquil. Thank you so very much. And here, as I promised, is Fat Jerry. I too have some kilograms too much, so yeah, I won't give him bad name. I won't say that he's a very fat cat and about to explode. I won't say that. That's why I hold his ears so he doesn't listen to my chatter. See how happy he is. So we wave bye-bye to you. Thank you very much for joining me to this blast from the past. I will start my next live stream in 2 weeks. I have a lot to do at work right now, so that's why I can't put videos on a regular basis. Of course, I could film the cats or the dog, It was my pleasure. I could make videos from the cats or from the dogs, but to be honest, you know all these videos. Chica is sleeping or Chica is eating, or Chica gets bath, or the cat is looking to the left, the cat is looking to the right. So these videos, of course, are similar. And I do have the little problem that my animals can't do any tricks. Chica, she doesn't spin around and then jumps in the air and lands on her snout or something like that, like I see with other YouTubers. My animals are just animals. They eat or they drink or they chase each other and then they sleep again. So they are very, very uneventful. That's why I always try to offer you something new, something unusual, maybe like this little mail order catalog expedition today. And let's see what I find in 2 weeks. And maybe before I do some other video, you know that I'm into walking videos a lot. Thing is, the weather has turned bad right now. It's cold, it's like 2 or 3 degrees Celsius plus. It's raining, it's a sort of ice rain. The landscape isn't beautiful. The landscape is a little bit snowy, but it's old snow, which starts getting gray. It doesn't look nice for a walking video. I want to show you nice videos where you have fun and where you say, oh, these beautiful vineyards or these beautiful forests or whatever. I couldn't offer it right now. I think starting from February or March, when weather is better, when spring has sprung, then I will put on more walking videos, and then we can, of course, open the pool again. And you all know that in July I will start my retirement, so then I have no business chores or whatever to do. Then I'm free to do internet from morning to night, almost. And of course, I will do some more stuff then. Until then, we'll see each other live, if you like. I would be very happy in 2 weeks. I wish you all the best. Until then, my friends, vielen, vielen Dank fürs Dabeisein, fürs Zugucken. Ich wünsche euch eine schöne neue Woche und wir wünschen euch alles Gute. Der dicke Cherry und ich. Bye, bye. Tschüss.